Health insurance companies profit by delaying and denying claims, often forcing patients into court to fight for the coverage they desperately need. Las Vegas English teacher Brett Gilman has been embroiled in a 5-year battle since he was injured on the job while trying to break up a fight at Garside Junior High School. Even though his case is now officially closed, he's still in debt, waiting for his health insurer to settle his medical bills. The student who forever changed Brett Gilman's life was not supposed to be on campus that day.
The behaviors of these children are so out of control.
When a fight broke out on April 25th, 2019, Brett sprung into action.
I was in the teacher's lounge when I walked out, and the place was literally in riot mode, and they were chasing a
suspended student who slipped out of her backpack straps when Brett tried to grab them as she ran by.
I pursued her, and then she looked right at a big giant trash can. She looked right at it and threw it in my way. And I slipped, went straight up in the air and landed straight on my tailbone. Lost my hearing aids, lost my ring, my glasses were bent. It was quite an incident.
Over the next couple months, Brett's back got progressively worse.
I was getting radiating pains down my lower back and down my leg, to the point where I would literally freeze.
Leading
I had herniated discs
to a spinal fusion surgery. The battle to recover would be long, made all the more painful when his insurance through Teachers Health Trust started playing games with what they would cover.
Their attitude, the insurer's attitude, was, no, we're not going to pay.
Sierra Nevada administrators, the health trust's insurance carrier, refused to pay bills involving Brett's back because the initial workers' comp form states he hurt his neck and thoracic region. But his attorney, Javier Arguello, said the insurer missed something.
The law actually changed back in 2009, and it said if an insurance company accepts a claim, they have to indicate what they're accepting or denying. But if they don't indicate that they're denying something specifically, it's not considered denied.
Because of that, Javier was able to reopen Brett's claim, arguing the insurance never specifically denied the claim regarding his back. The case went all the way up to the Nevada Supreme Court, where justices ruled in Brett's favor, stating Sierra Nevada administrators must cover any expenses related to Brett's back.
It's frustrating, it's traumatizing, and quite honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair just to me as a teacher, but the way this law was interpreted, it's unfair to workers everywhere.
Frustration with the health insurance industry is nothing new. You'll recall Luigi Mangione is charged with gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Manhattan last month. The motive? According to officials, the company was targeted because it's the largest health insurer in the U.S. But violence against insurers has happened here, too. Back in 1993, Jim Forrester crashed his truck through the State Industrial Insurance System building on Charleston at Shadow Lane. He then began firing at people with a shotgun and pistol, upset over losing benefits after he injured his back at work.
His benefits were terminated, and when Jim heard that, that's all he heard. He basically, at that point, I believe, snapped.
Ultimately, a fraud agent shot Forrester, ending the attack. Forrester was sentenced to 6 years in prison and died in 2009.
We still have the delay.
Javier says the average workers' comp case can take anywhere from 6 months to 2 years before finally being settled.
I get a lot of cases of people whose claims are denied that shouldn't be denied. We can file complaints, but the penalties are small. You know, we're working on it, trying to get it bigger. But that's why the insurance companies can delay, I think, because they don't really get slapped that hard. And that's a problem. because the only people that are suffering are people like Brett.
But Brett's suffering will help others in the future. His name and case are now listed on workers' comp forms that insurance companies must send out because of the state Supreme Court ruling.
To see a ruling come down like this that I know is going to help more than just teachers, it's going to help construction workers, it's going to help deliver all types of workers everywhere. And so I couldn't be happier. It means a lot to me. It means so much more than any amount of money.
Brett is still hoping to get more money back as he waits on providers to reimburse him for the thousands of dollars he paid out of pocket. If you've been injured on the job, you can consult with any workers' comp attorney for free. Most of them don't charge any fee unless they win your case. We have information about that in this story on ktnv.com in our Looking Out for Locals section at the top of our homepage. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.